Hello Aquarius and welcome to your September 2025 reading. This month we have a lot happening in the sky and it starts right away on the 6th, 7th of September. Of course, it's going to be the full moon in Pisces and at the same time an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So full moon, lunar eclipse, Pisces. And we have to understand Pisces rules the 12th house, where it's meant for us to look deep into our waters, to find our hidden enemies, the crystallized patterns, whether they're thought patterns, emotional backups, or whatever, that are detrimental to us, that are affecting our manifestation, especially being right in front of Virgo, which is Mother Nature, which is bringing the understanding and manifesting it into our lives. The grounded, assertive Virgo. We're in Virgo season. The North nodes are exactly aligned with this. So this eclipse is really a beautiful cleansing, purifying, transitioning moon. And then we have the equinox on the 21st of September, changing seasons. And there we're going to have the second new moon in Virgo. So that's why we had that black moon. So this is another opportunity. When there's no moon, there's no influence. You are the one it's going to be just your energy putting the intention in what will grow. So again, in harmonizing, balancing, there's another eclipse there. It's a month of transformation. So let's see for you, my beautiful Aquarius, what it entitles. So I'm going to call upon the divine, call upon the light, call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me give a reading to Aquarius for the month of September 2025 to help them maneuver and have what they need for their best path. Aquarius. Aquarius. One more time. All right. Okay, let's look at this. Give me 3 cards for Aquarius. Ooh, that was quick. Starting with a bang. And here, since it's all about bringing what's under the surface to the surface, being aware of, and so on, because we cannot release or transform or transcend something that we haven't pinpointed or understood. Therefore, we cannot apply the wisdom that goes with it. The Tower is a readjustment of alignment. So, if there was something in the shadow that was stirring us from our alignment of what we came here to, invest in, to grow, to become, to experience, there it is. Here, the Tower is trying to readjust. The first one that we have is the King of Wands. That means the way that you manage your energy. your fire, your spirit, and also the way that you have to deal with others. The King of Wands in reverse, it can be either very passive, like you have to do everything. If you don't organize it, nothing will happen. Or if you have a hard time pushing, having the energy, having the drive to do what you want, to do what you want to grow, that you would be growing naturally, but there it is blocked, and we don't have the energy to do it. And it's, what is aligned with our aspiration, with what we want to, our ambition, and so on. Chariot, card of success. It's like everything is stopped at this point. This is either you've just got a huge realization about this because we have the Tower, but something is being realigned about this. Eight of Pentacles. The guy is grounded, passionate, and he's growing easily with no problem. When it's in reverse, there's always obstacles. He puts efforts and efforts, but there's no growth. Or he has a hard time putting efforts because maybe it's for him. Maybe he would have no problem for somebody else. But whatever it is, this is what comes up. This is what the Tower is trying to readjust. Okay? So there's something in the foundation that is preventing it. And in that foundation, there's a lie. We have the Page of Swords. That means something that is misunderstood. And that is all the way to your heart. That is influencing your drive, your movement, your actions. So I think, this is probably your hidden enemy. Let's see. All right. So there you go, Aquarius. And lastly, we have the Empress in reverse. So, the Empress in reverse, well, the Empress is Venus. She's the one that gives us the inner knowing of the worth of the seed that we are, of who we are. Our worth, our value, our lovability, our capacity to absorb the frequencies that are going to allow us to expand, to grow, to become. The value of the seed, the value of the potential. If we do not have the value of our potential within ourselves, we will not allow Venus the expansive, growing energy. And we will not grow. It will take so much rational thinking. Ambition from the masculine alone is not enough if there's an opposite unconscious or energetical opposite belief. It's just gonna stop on its track. So here, I think you're going to be very conscious if there's a reversed Empress within you. And so it's all about trusting also that the aspiration you have has value. Not just you, but also what you want to express, what you're receiving. Everything that has to do with the Divine Feminine, your creativity, your intuition, your this, your that, all of that, the seed that you are, how the Divine expresses itself through you. If you doubt that, putting efforts into growing it and accomplishing it here in the 3D world is going to be almost impossible. Let's clarify this for you, Aquarius. We have to understand that the fire in King of Wands will always follow the belief. A bit like electricity will take the shortest route to the ground. Willpower, energy, spiritual energy, fire. Its shortest route, it's through belief. and then it arrives and it grounds with the quality of what was used to ground it, the belief. So if it molds to this quality, it will manifest exactly that. And our beliefs are usually influenced by our emotion or the conclusions we drew with a strong emotion. So let's look at why is the King of Wands, what do you want to say about this? King of Wands, Chariot reverse, Eight of Pentacles. So this is a real blockage in your ambition, growth, success, and so on. So maybe you're going to feel it even more. Maybe an event like the Tower will kind of, put it in your face, because usually that's pretty much what it's all about. With it, we have the, Virgo, Hermit in reverse. I don't know what's the next step. I cannot rely on my intuition or my wisdom. Feminine intuition, masculine wisdom. That's why it's a man. I cannot rely on my wisdom, but he is lit by the six-pointed star, so that means by the masculine and the feminine. That's what his wand, his willpower is lit by, guided by, influenced by this beautiful balance of intuition and wisdom. The intuition comes from the understood, integrated aspect, and the wisdom is from the conclusions we drew, like this, that has been understood by the rational mind and then applied in our life. If we do not integrate and understand something, we're just going to live the distortion. And that's why it's the pillar of severity, because it's not pleasant to experience. All of that, Four of Pentacles, here we have fear. We have, I don't want to take any risks. I cannot flow because I don't trust it. I'm extra careful here. So careful that I don't move at all. Four of Pentacles. So it's like I understand the wisdom that I have to be safe, but that's just the wisdom. It becomes a dogma, it becomes a habit, but I don't understand what created the fear of movement. So I'm just stuck. Page of Sword in reverse. What's the misunderstanding here? It comes from old waters that I did not release. It comes from a de-alignment of who I truly am, a lack of faith, and probably the belief that there are no other ways to do things. This is it. This is the way to do things. I've always brought my energy like that. It's always been these, I don't see how I could do things in a different way. And I'm not receptive to the solution, probably because I don't trust my divine feminine that would be receptive from my higher self or from your guides or God or whatever you're connected to. See, it's a feminine that's there. It's the receptive feminine. So let's see here. The Empress in reverse. We're going to understand. There it is. Ooh, I get it. I get it how I unconsciously sabotage myself because I have beliefs of complete disempowerment. Beliefs that I can't make it for XY reason. We understand that the Seven of Swords, that's a thief in the night. How do I rob myself of victory? And some people on the first glance, they say, oh, the guy is a strategist. He went and stole the weapons of the enemy during the night to make sure he would win the next day. We only do that when we're sure we're going to lose otherwise. So it comes from, it's an action, a strategy that comes from a place of, I don't have the power to do it. So how can we make sure that we would not suffer, that would not, be destroyed by the task, by the ambition, is sometimes by not doing it at all or by evading it. That's why this is also procrastination. Under his arm, he's got the 3 swords. Under his left arm, under his feminine action, or, support here with his arms, what is out there, he's got his disappointments and his heartaches. They are still active in his shadow. It influences his decision. He's got 2 swords in his back. So what would allow him to see, the 2 contradictory beliefs that he's holding, one of inspiration and the other one of we can't make that, we don't have what it takes, it's in his back. He doesn't see it. And the 2 other swords are way past. He doesn't have access to it. So this gives you where the swords are kind of giving you where the beliefs are. So here, understanding how you sabotage yourself, making that you don't trust your own discernment, Virgo application, this is how we're going to do it. Maybe you're over criticizing yourself like hell, and it makes you juggle, unconsciously, but juggle. So transitioning from one state of being, of one experience, life experience, pentacle, to another, there's too much unprocessed, unconscious waters to allow you to just plant the next pentacle and start your next thing. You're juggling. That's why we need to release the waters first. Clears the mind. Get receptive. Trust what you're receiving. And follow the guidance from it. But here, you're understanding how you're sabotaging yourself. You're starting to have a grasp of what is the empowerment of the divine feminine is actually going to bring you. And it is the path to the abundance, the realization of the multitude of potential that you are. So, how should we call this? Because this is actually going to allow you to start the end of sabotage, maybe. Yeah, it's going to help you start healing. But at least stop sabotaging yourself. Your next step is probably going to be acknowledgement. But first, we stop the sabotage. So, on this, my beautiful Aquarius, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. If you want a private reading, you go on mysticwitchtarot.com. I will never put a phone number in the comments or recommend whatever in the comment section. On the website, you also have access to the tarot course, the tarot book here that that talks about tarot and the Tree of Life. And so also thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And on this, all my love and light, have an amazing month of September, and I'll see you next month.